Hello, everyone, and welcome inside Booty Park for Game 2 of the doubleheader between the Trenton Generals and the Jersey Pilots. The Pilots won the first game by a score of 2-1. Giuseppe Arcuri got the scoring started in the bottom of the first with a big home run, big solo shot for the Generals, giving them a 1-0 lead. But that lead didn't really last long. Pilots were able to string a few hits together and a few timely outs to get 2 runs in their half of the second inning to get the 2-1 lead, and they never lost that lead the entire game. Pitcher Chris Capuano threw 5 innings of 1-run ball, and then he gave way to Matt Stanford, who shut the door with 2 innings getting the save. But Hunter Curley for the Gens got the job done. Unfortunately, he allowed 2 runs, which usually will get you a win. He threw a complete game, 7 innings, usually gets you a win. But unfortunately, the Gens really couldn't muster much offense, and they lost the game 2-1. So let's get back into game 2 today. So starting on the mound for the Generals will be Nick Ferretic. He plays for Monroe College out in Brooklyn. He's 0-1. His record is 0-1. He's 3 ERA with 6 innings pitched, 4 strikeouts, and 4 walks. This will be his third appearance and second start. Pitching for the Pilots will be Zach Oswald. He is 1-0 with a 2.25 ERA with 8 innings pitched, 9 strikeouts, and 6 walks. This will be his third start of the summer. Going on the starting lineups for the Pilots, Ryan Shepard will lead off and play center field. So Ryan Shepard will lead off and play center field. Bat Dodoro will bat second, play short. Vinny DiNicola will play first base and bat third. Will Finley will play third and bat fourth today. Howard Richards will bat fifth and be the designated hitter. Robbie Holmes will bat sixth and play left field. Bobby Shepard, Ryan's brother, will bat seventh and play second. Kevin Johnson out and right, he'll bat eighth. Justin Weiss will round out the order, he'll bat ninth. For the Gens, Lorenzo Repack will lead off and play center field. Matt Smith batting second will play right. Giuseppe Arcuri will play second base, he'll bat third. Pete Vaccaro batting fourth will be the designated hitter. Dylan Maria playing first base today will bat fifth. Tim Haverstick behind the plate, he'll bat sixth. Ben Petrone playing shortstop, he'll bat seventh. Mark McNelly over at third base, he'll bat eighth. And Kenny Lombardo batting ninth in left field. So one more time for the Pilots: Shapiro, Nadoro, DiNicola, Finley, Richards, Holmes, Shepard, Johnson, and Weiss. For the Gens, Repack, Smith, Arcuri, Vaccaro, Maria, Haverstick, Petrone, McNelly, Lombardo. So Shepard up. Shepard will lead off the top of the first inning, and he'll face Nick Ferretic.
So the keys to this game, John, I think you should see is we should start seeing batters get solid contact. Both teams had players in the cage between games taking extra batting practice. Let's see what happens in this first inning with players trying to eye up the pitchers.
First pitch from Ferretic is a ball low. We're underway here with game 2 of the doubleheader. Now, what I'm looking to see is Ferretic to throw strikes today. He's prone to walking guys. It's been a real big trend for the Generals as the 1-0 pitch is down and away for a ball 2-0. But I want to see some strikes from Ferretic, and I want to see the Gens swing the bat and not take strikes. Not really do that. Here into the windup, the 2-0. Swung on and a grounder to shortstop. Petrone charging at it, he'll glove it, throws across, and Maria will make a catch, and that's the first out here in the top of the first inning, 6-3 on the putout.
So again, my opening commentary is shattered there. The 2-0 count, and he swung at a bad pitch and chopped weakly to shortstop. That's not the kind of a bat you want to start the game.
Petrone charged it nicely, though. Didn't let the ball eat him up. Made a nice throw over to first base. We got one out here in the top of the first. Ferretic kicks and deals, and a breaking ball in there for a called strike. 0-1 on the shortstop, Matt Nadoro.
It's a nice way to start that hitter.
Nadoro, a graduate of Morristown High School, as he takes another breaking ball that bounces up to the plate. Count is 1-1. Nadoro majoring in criminology at Farley Dickinson. The pitch. Swung on and sky to center. That'll drop into right center field, right in front of Matt Smith. So Matt Nadoro will be on with one out here in the top of the first. That'll bring up Vinny DiNicola. DiNicola went 0 for 3 last game. 2 flyouts and a ground out to short. But he made a bunch of great plays over there at first, and that really was the deciding factor in that Pilot win. Ferretic checking on Nador at first, being held on by Maria. The pitch upstairs for a ball, 1-0. Ferretic from the stretch now. Notre Dame high school graduate. Here comes the 1-0. In there, called strike. Nicola taking all the way there. Count even at 1.
Not much of a lead at first base. I don't look like they're going to start a running game at this point.
The 1-1 from Ferretic is a breaking ball in the dirt. It'll be 2-1 on Nicola. Back to your point about the stolen bases. They got nailed twice last game. It's a new catcher, though. I would see if they want to test him. I don't know if Nadoro is the guy for it. His lead's getting bigger as Maria still holds him on. Ferretic set at the belt. Here comes the 2-1. Swung on and sky to right. Smith gives chase, but it's out of play. So 2-2 now on Nicola. Ferretic has thrown a couple of breaking balls today. Most of them have bounced in the dirt. Let's see what he does here. Haverstick is great at blocking the baseball, and I think that Ferretic can trust him to keep the ball in front.
I think he's going to throw it here. I think he wants to get confidence in that pitch. I think you're going to see it right here.
The 2-2. Breaking ball. It'll be in there on the inside corner. Called strike 3 for the second out of the inning. Then Nicole goes down looking. He didn't like the call from the home plate umpire, but he's been calling that inside pitch a lot. And that'll bring up Will Finley.
That's huge for him because if he can get that pitch over for strikes, it's going to be tough.
Very tough. On the inside fastball, a backdoor curveball like that, unhittable. Here comes Will Finley hitting with 2 outs and 1 on. First pitch from Ferretic is a breaking ball on the inside corner, basically in the same spot that
Same
strikeout
pitch.
was. Counts 0-1.
That's a confidence builder, John. If they can get the curveball over early in the game, it gives a lot more confidence in your fastball.
Ferretic set at the belt. The 0-1. A little bit looked to be a change-up in the dirt. 1-1 the count to Finley. Finley was listed on the lineup card as a catcher last game, ended up being designated hitter as Kyle Richards caught the first game. He's playing third base today. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. High fastball, couldn't lay off.
See that good change of space right there. He threw a breaking ball, change up, and came right with the fastball, and he was not prepared for it.
Finley down in the count now, 1-2. Ferretic trying to get out of this first inning unscathed.
See if he throws that good breaking ball again right here.
Kicks and deals. Breaking ball swung on ground ball to third base. Off the glove of McNelly, picked up by Patron, throws across, and it'll be just not in time to get Finley. The sad part was, that ball, I think Finley took about 5 seconds to get to first base. Patron almost threw him out. Off McNelly's glove, Patron gloved it, made a great throw across, and Finley beat the throw by a step. So
they did rule that a hit.
They're going to give that a hit. So 2 runners on, first and second. Nador at second, Finley at first. That'll bring up Kyle Richards.
I do think that's a play that he should and could have made. He just took a late hop on it.
So Finley last game, or Richards last game was 2 for 3 with a run scored. The pitch in there, called strike right down the pipe. 0-1 to Richards. Arcuri and Patron trying to keep Nadoro honest, playing up the middle. Maria not holding Finley on at first. The pitch in the outside, speared by Haverstick. 1-1 on Richards. Richards, a native of Sayreville, Pennsylvania, went to Sayreville War Memorial High School as Ferretic steps off, fakes a throw to second, and Nadoro back with the dive, and Patron holding him on. Ferretic and Haverstick trying to get on the same page here in the first inning. Checks center at second, he comes home. Breaking ball, swung on, hit to the left center field gap. That's going to get down. Repack picks it up. Around third is Nadoro. He's going to score. And an RBI single for Kyle Richards. And the Pilots come out here in the top of the first, get a 1-0 lead. So 3 hits in this inning, 3 singles, and an RBI for Richards. And that puts, so Richards at first, Finley at second. That brings up Robbie Holmes, who getting his first plate appearance of the day, playing left field. Ferretic checking on Finley. He kicks and comes home. Outside fastball.
As we said, John, balls in play lead to good things.
Ferretic from the stretch. Here comes the 1-0. Swung on, little nubber up the first base line. He fouled it off his foot. Holmes fouled it off his foot in the box, and the count is now 1-1.
Pilots led off that inning with a flare single to right, the hard liner to third base, and then they come up with a solid single to left center field, and they're up 1-0. You got to put the ball in play.
I mean, there haven't really the only ball that was hit very hard was Finley. There was a little nubber, an error. Well, it should have been maybe an error, not an error, but like it was off McNally's glove. Here comes the pitch. Throwback down to second base. Arcuri picks up, and Nadoro or Finley able to snag third base.
Very heads up base running. He was caught in no man's land, put his head down, and ran to third base. That's what you got to do.
A back pick, but he didn't do it right. Finley was about halfway to third base when he threw it, and I was runners at the corners with 2 down. The 2-1 pitch, swung on, hit through the hole between first and second. Finley's gonna score, so 4 hits in this inning, 2-0 already. Pilots lead, and Ferretic seems to be struggling here in the first. So Richards moves over to second. Holmes on safely with a single, and that'll be the second baseman Bobby Shepard batting now. First and second, 2 outs. Arcuri and Patron playing up the middle. Maria not holding Richards or Holmes on at first. The pitch is a breaking ball on the inside corner, and Ferretic seems to be going back to his bread and butter. Bobby Shepard, the brother of Ryan Shepard, who led off this game, grounding out to short. The pitch. Breaking ball inside the same spot. They're really going to give him that down and in pitch, and if Ferretic can take advantage of that all game, Pilots are going to have a tough time.
He can see his way out of this inning. 2 runs isn't an insurmountable lead. He needs a big pitch right here to get out of this.
The 0-2 upstairs, 1-2. Robbie Holmes over there at first. Bobby Shepard will be a senior at Seton Hall next year. Went to Seton Hall Prep. Native of Basking Ridge, New Jersey. The 1-2. Breaking ball popped up, and that'll be out of play. Count remains 1-2. Generals Baseball is brought to you by Edward Lesky Contractors. Work smart, work safe, work tomorrow. Ferretic back on the hill. Set at the belt. Shepard waiting. He kicks in the 1-2 pitches. Swung on. Hit down the right field line. It'll be foul. It'll be in play. Shepard able to stay alive. Had that ball dropped, Richards definitely would have scored. Holmes would at least have made it to third, and Bobby Shepard may have been able to leg out a double. Shepard staying alive here against Ferretic. Already 2 runs home in the inning. The 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball swung on and fouled away to the left side. That was a hanging curve ball. And Shepard just a tad early hit a screaming foul ball that hooked.
This is a batter he does not want to lose right now, down 1-2. He really needs an out here.
The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, striking him out. Shepard goes down swinging, but the damage is done. Pilots get 2 runs on 4 hits. There was no errors, and there were 2 men left. Go to the bottom of the first. Pilots 2, Gents coming up. here in the bottom of the first inning. I'm sorry, there was a miscommunication. The starting pitcher for the Pilots will be Will Hellings. He's going to be a sophomore at Odessa College, transferred from Dickinson, native of Summit, New Jersey. This year he is 1-0 with a 6 ERA, and his one save. This will be his first start and his third appearance. Went to Summit High School, and in high school he had 77 in the third innings, a 6-5 record, 2.63 ERA, and 59 Ks to 20 walks for the Summit Hilltoppers. And he will face Lorenzo Repack leading off in the bottom of the first inning. Repack waiting. Here's the first pitch from Hellings as Repack squares to bunt. He pulls back and counts 1-0 on the center fielder.
It's important that the Generals answer back this inning right now. They need to get something going.
Only had 4 hits in the last game. Here comes the 1-0 from Hellings. Out in the dirt. Ball 1 to Repack. Repack hitting .474, 9 hits and 18 at bats. Third in average for the Gens. 2-0 pitch bounces in the dirt. It's past Weiss. And 3-0 now on Repack. Lorenzo Repack, a finance and real estate major at Monmouth University. He's going to be a sophomore. Here comes the 3-0 in the dirt, ball 4. So a 4-pitch walk to lead off the bottom of the first inning for Lorenzo Repack. And he's on first base, and he's a big threat to steal. And that'll bring up Matt Smith, the Bryant Bulldog, transferring from Mercer County. One of the few PA kids on this Gens team, graduate of Council Rock South. Matt Smith hitting from the left side. Repack has his lead off first. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Big swing upstairs. Pitch was upstairs. Up high fastball that Matt Smith just couldn't lay off. So 0-1. Hellings checks on Repack. There he goes, Repack. Pitches low for a ball. The throw by Weiss is not in time. Throw chickles into center field. Repack thought about going to third, but stays put at second base, and he's got a stolen base.
He had a great jump on that. Got off to a decent-sized lead, but got a great jump. The catcher dropped the ball, actually, before he threw it.
Repitched a run on it. Was low. It kind of handcuffed him a little bit. And Repack in scoring position. So nobody out. Gens down 2-0 here in the bottom of the first. Pitch was a ball. And the 1-1 pitch to Smith. There goes Repack for third as Repack hits, as Smith hit a ground ball to shortstop. Scuffed by Midori, throws on to first for the out. So Repack able to advance to third base. So it's 6-3 on the putout.
I don't know whether they were playing hit and run on that, John, or were they was that a straight steal and he happened to swing?
I think Repack, they know that Justin Weiss doesn't exactly have the best arm. He played him the other night. He was the catcher, and they ran all night on him. So Arcuri here in the first base, homered last game in the first inning. Let's see what we can do here as he takes the first pitch low for a ball, 1-0.
Be nice to see Arcuri do something where he can lift the ball to the outfield in some way to get this runner home.
Other than homering, he struck out and grounded to short. Here comes the 1-0. Inside, 2-0 on Arcuri, who hit .455 for Brookdale this year with 9 home runs in a shortened JUCO season. He'll be heading to St. Leo, play for the Lions, Division II baseball. The 2-0. Swung on, popped up on the infield. Going out is Nadoro. He's calling for it. He'll make the catch. And now there are 2 outs here for Pete Vaccaro.
And again, I'm not sure that was the right pitch to swing on. Up 2-0 in the count. And he pops up to shortstop, and now we need a hit to score a run.
Vaccaro, designated hitter today. He was designated hitter last game. Reached on a fielder's choice. He also grounded to first and shortstop last game. Hellings kicks and comes home. First pitch is in the dirt for a ball, 1-0. The Millersville Crusader looking for an RBI here in the bottom of the first, down 2-0. Hellings set, kicks and deals, the 1-0. Swung on, that's through the hole up the middle. Repack will trot home and score, and that's an RBI single for Pete Vaccaro. And that's a 2-1 game now here in the bottom of the first.
Again, that's what we said at the top of the broadcast that the Generals needed to do. They needed to answer back quickly, and they've done that. They've halved the lead, and they've got a runner on first base.
And Dylan Maria is now up, who's a guy who can absolutely pummel the baseball. Probably has the longest home run hit this year for the team. Here comes the first pitch to Maria. It's low. Ball 1-0. Maria looking for a new place to play this spring, as he's a LaSalle product, but LaSalle's baseball team unfortunately folded because of COVID-19. The 1-0. Outside corner, called strike.
He was a huge catalyst in that come-from-behind win last Wednesday night.
On the mound, made a couple of great plays, but got hit by a pitch twice. I think those were 2 RBIs. Came off the bench to do that. There goes Vaccaro. Pitch is bobbled by Weiss, and that's a stolen base there for Vaccaro. So the pitch was low for a ball. It counts 2-1 on Maria. And runners in scoring position. Tying run out there for Maria.
And I got to say, I love the aggressiveness of the Generals this game. The offense was anemic in the first game, and they're trying to do what they can on the base pass early in this game.
Hellings comes home. The 2-1. Swung on. Hit to center field. Calling for it is Ryan Shepard. And he'll make the catch, and that'll end the inning. Gens get a run. No, 1 run on 1 hit. There were no errors. There was 1 left. We go to the second inning. Pilots lead the Gens 2-1. Generals Baseball is presented by Team Toyota of Princeton and Langhorne on 2871 US 1 in Lawrenceville for Princeton and 746 East Lincoln Highway in Langhorne. Toyota, let's go places. Back here in the top of the second, Pilots leading 2-1. And Kevin Johnson will lead off. Did not play in the first game. Johnson goes to Scranton. He'll be a senior for the Royals. Here comes the first pitch from Ferretic. It's popped up. Out of play, foul. 0-1 on Johnson. Ferretic struggled a little bit in the first inning. Gave up 2 hits. 3 hits, actually. A few walks. And allowed 2 runs. The 0-1 pitch is inside. Johnson showing bunt. And it's a breaking ball. And he pulled back. 1-1 the count on Kevin Johnson. This year for the Royals, hit .315 with a homer, 20 RBIs, and had 12 stolen bases. Pilots will have to get him on. The 1-1 pitch is a breaking ball inside and low. 2-1 now on Johnson. native of White House Station and a graduate of the Hunterdon Central. For Reddick. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-1. Right down the pipe. Called strike. And the count even at 2-2. Nobody out here in the top of the second inning. Justin Weiss waiting on deck. For Reddick's 2-2 pitch. Swung on and fouled away to the right side. Johnson able to stay alive. Tyler Otterbury. For Reddick back on the hill. Shakes off Haverstick. Gets the sign. Into the windup. And another 2-2. Swung on, hit to the right center field. Ball's got some carry, and it'll be caught by Matt Smith. Ball looked like it was struck way better than it actually was as Matt Smith comes in, makes the catch for the first out here in the second.
Ball sounded good off the bat, solid contact, but again, that wind is really whipping in from center field, and I think the balls are going to get caught up when they're hit that way today.
That'll bring up Justin Weiss. Plays for Lafayette, be a junior. Graduate of Summit High School. Teammate of Will Hellings. First pitch to Weiss is right down the pipe. In there for a called strike. 0-1 the count. Justin Weiss's father swam for the University of South Dakota. The 0-1. Swinging foul ball back. Quickly 0-2 on Justin Weiss. Oh, 0-2 to Weiss. Reddick kicks and deals. Pitch is popped up on the infield. Arcuri calling for it. He'll make the catch. And there's 2 outs here in the second inning. That'll bring us back to the top of the order with Ryan Shepard, who grounded to short his first time up.
Number 7, center fielder Ryan Shepard.
First pitch to Shepard is on the outside corner for a strike. 0-1. Shepard did not see action in the first game. And the 0-1 pitch is a little grounder to pitcher. For Reddick underhands to Maria covering at first, and that'll end the inning. Pilots go down in order here in the top of the second inning. Generals down here going to the bottom of the second, 2-1. Here in the bottom of the second, Pilots lead the Generals 2-1, and we have 6, 7, 8 in the order: Haverstick, Petrone, and McNelly. Generals baseball is brought to you by Mark Ullman Insurance on Parkway Avenue. He's an Allstate agent. Allstate, you're in good hands. Will Helling's back out there. Generals only have 1 hit today, a couple of walks, and an RBI single by Pete Vaccaro. Brought the Gens within 1. First pitch to Tim Haverstick is outside for a ball, 1-0. Haversick doing the catching today. Danny Melnick doing those duties back in the first game. Here comes the 1-0. In there for a called strike on the outside corner. You count even at 1 to Haversick. Hellings comes home. The 1-1 pitch is in there for a called strike. And Haversick down in the count 1-2. Haversick this year hit .333, 3 home runs and 14 RBIs for East Stroudsburg. Also threw out 9 of 15 runners. Here comes the 1-2. In the dirt, blocked by Weiss. Count is 2-2. Hellings trying to throw a scoreless inning here in the second, keep his team in front. The 2-2 pitch is outside again, trying to get Haversick to chase, and the count runs full. 2-1 Pilots, nobody out. Bottom half of the second. Hellings into the windup. The 3-2. Swung on and grounded. That'll get gloved by Shepard at second base, and he nails the tough throw across in time to get Haversick. And that's the first out of the inning. That ball was hit weakly up the middle. Bobby Shepard ranging to his right, gloves the ball backhanded, makes a great throw on to first. And for the first out here in the second.
And Shepard never gave up on that ball. He knew that the runner rowing to first wasn't speedy, took his time, set his feet, and got him with a half a step to spare.
I thought that ball was a lot harder than it was. Head straight for up the middle single. As Ben Patron swings to the first pitch, hits a line drive. That's a fair ball. Go down the right field line. Patron will stay at first base. It was off DeNicola's glove over there at first. It ricocheted as DeNicola laid out for it, and it went into foul territory. So Ben Patron on with a 1-out single, and that'll bring up Mark McNelly.
I actually think the Gens caught a bit of a bad break there because not only did it go off the glove, but it hit the umpire and kept it from skidding down the line for the speedy runner to get to second base.
Ben Patron would have easily gotten a second on that if there was no interference with it. So he takes his lead off first. Wouldn't be surprised to see him go first pitch. Here comes Hellings. First pitch to McNelly is taken for a called strike. Fastball. Count is 0-1. McNelly last game was 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a flyout to right. There goes Patron. The pitch is fouled away to the right side. Patron has to drop back. He had a great jump. Probably would have had the base stolen. But McNelly down in the count, 0-2 now.
I love the aggressiveness of the Generals team early on in this game, getting the base runners moving. The catcher has not shown any inclination to be able to throw anybody out yet.
They should keep running until they throw him out. That's what you do. Patron leads off first. Does not steal this time. The pitch is a breaking ball in the dirt. McNelly able to lay off.
That would have been a great pitch to run on, too, the off-speed pitch. I'd like to see him run again. I'd like to see the bases start to get moving again.
Especially in the bottom of the order where McNelly hasn't really done a lot this season. He has 1 triple, but nothing really since. The 1-2 pitch. Blocked in the dirt. Gets away from Weiss. The throw from Weiss gets into center field. Patron takes off for third. He'll get into third standing. So it barely trickled away from Weiss. His glove came off. Actually made the throw without a glove. Flow sailed into center. Actually was closer than I thought it was going to be. And Patron realized that, made the wise decision to head on down to third base. So
great base running awareness right there. He had a good secondary lead. The catcher had dropped his ball and his glove, and he took off. And wisely, when he saw the ball go into center field, took third as well.
That's going to be an error on Weiss as the 2-2 pitch to McNelly is in the dirt, and now it runs full.
It's a great opportunity right now for the Generals to tie this game.
Infield is not in. They will trade the out for the run as it is early on in this game. Here comes the 3-2 from Hellings. Swung on, hit into right field. That'll drop in front of Johnson. Patron will trot home, and the game is now tied. Great piece of hitting by Mark McNelly going the other way. Dropping in there. And we're tied.
And that's the old baseball adage, John. Get him on, get him over, get him in. A good piece of situational hitting to take the ball to the right side.
And errors will kill you. That's what we've been saying. That's the first error of this doubleheader, and the Gens make him pay. So a brand new ball game as Kenny Lombardo hitting out of the 9 spot tries to get on with 1 out. The pitch swung on, grounded, lined past first baseman. That's a single in the center. McNelly out rounding second, heading for third, and we got runners on first and third now with 1 out. Back-to-back hits, actually 3 straight hits for the Generals. They got something cooking, and now that can come back to the top of the lineup. They already have the same amount of hits in this game as they did last game.
And they're looking to take the ball the other way. They're hitting the ball where it's pitched, and that's what you need to do.
I don't know if Coach Heffley says something to him. They're not trying to hit the ball out of the ballpark anymore. They're just getting nice base knocks, and that's how you score runs in this game. And that'll bring up Lorenzo Repack here in the second. There goes Lombardo. The pitch is taken for a strike. Weiss doesn't even make a throw. And Lombardo able to head over to third.
He had a huge jump on that, a huge jump. The catcher knew it and didn't even make a throw. Although he did look down to third base to see if he could catch him napping down there at third base.
So Repack could give the Gens a 2-run lead with 1 swing right here. The 0-1 pitch. Swung on, grounded to first base. That gets through. It'll be gloved by Shepard, but Repack will get to first base safely. McNelly will score. And that's the 4th consecutive hit as the Gens take a 3-2 lead here in the bottom half of the second inning.
Heck of a play by the second baseman there. He likely saved a run with a diving stab as the ball was trickling its way into right field.
Got past Dinicola, who made a bunch of nice plays last game, but Bobby Shepard really having no play over there at first. So again, first and third, Lombardo at third, Repack at first, as the infield is conferring here, seeing what to do in the situation, as the Gens take just their second lead of the day. This is the first time they've led in a game since the second inning. It's the first inning, the bottom of the first of game 1.
I would not be surprised to see him run again. I think that's what they were talking about on the mound, but I would not be surprised to see him run again.
4 stolen bases, and they've only gotten 4 outs. So first and third here, the first pitch to Matt Smith is taken high for a ball, 1-0. Matt Smith grounded to shortstop his first time up, but that was an RBI grounded as Lorenzo Repack was able to score on the play. Repack going, the 1-0 pitch is swung on, hit to center field. Under it is Shepard. He'll make the catch. Tagging from third is Lombardo. He'll score. Throw is up the line, up the third base line. So that's the 3rd run scored of the inning as Matt Smith gets the sacrifice fly.
That was he lined the throw up in center field, and he made a great strong throw home, a very strong throw, but it was up the line, and the run was scored easily.
Lombardo not the fleetest of foot, but able to make it home as Smith drove it deep enough to center. So 2 productive outs so far in this game, and Repack still stands at first base with 2 outs as Arcuri comes up to hit. Throw it to first, and Repack is picked off. He's in the rundown right now. Dinicola tags him. Repack trying to get to second base, probably stealing on the play, gets tagged out, and that'll end the inning. 3 runs on 4 hits. There was 1 error. There was nobody left. We go to the 3rd inning. Generals take the lead 4-2. back in the 4th inning. Pilots down now. Generals took the lead, scoring 3 runs in the 2nd. 4th inning is brought to you by the Rose Group with Applebee's in locations in Hamilton, Lawrence, and Newtown. Leading off, the 3rd inning will be Giuseppe Arcuri, who was up when Lorenzo Repack got picked off. So he's actually, no, this is for the Pilots. It'll be Matt Nadoro takes the first pitch upstairs for a ball 1-0. Matt Nadoro singled and scored his first time up. Here's the 1-0. Breaking ball in there for a called strike. 1-1 to the shortstop. Nadoro was our first team all conference this year as he takes the 1-1 upstairs for a ball 2-1. Here comes the 2-1 pitch, swung on and fouled back. Count even at 2. So these 2 games have been really close. You haven't really seen many close games in this ACBL so far. Here comes the 2-2 pitch is swung on, hit to left center field. Ranging over is going to be Kenny Lombardo. He'll make the catch. And there's one away here in the 3rd.
This is a key inning for the Generals. This is a time where you build confidence, you keep your defense solid, you stand up and back up your pitcher, who is going to hopefully build confidence by them supporting him with a lead right now.
Let's see if Ferretti can settle in this 3rd inning as the first pitch to DiNicola is in there for a called strike. That's a breaking ball.
And he continues to throw that pitch for a strike, and that's a good sign.
The 0-1. Just off the black. 1-1. Let's see if the Pilots can actually recognize that pitch if he throws it too much and almost anticipate it coming. The 1-1. Breaking ball again. Fly ball to left field. That's Lombardo broke in, now breaks back. Ball carried. It's over his head. And Denny DiNicola able to make it to second base as the relay throw goes over Patron's head. Arcuri picks it up. Lombardo was under that. It looked like the wind may have blown it out there. He may not have seen it off the bat.
Yeah, I don't know that the sky is high right now with a lot of clouds in it. The wind is stopped, John. The flag is dropped dead in center field. I don't know what he saw on that, but that's not a good sign. That's not what you want to do. When you take a lead, you get a nice out, and it was a lazy fly ball. That curveball is faking out the Pilots hitters right now.
But I know that the ball can disappear up in those clouds, especially when they're darker and they kind of blend in with the baseball. He may have lost it in the clouds as the first pitch to Will Finley is fouled out of play 0-1. So DiNicola at second, 1 out. Finley singled and scored his last time up, did have a stolen base as well. 4-2 Gens here in the top of the 3rd. Ferretti set. Checks on DiNicola. Here comes the 0-1. Blocked by Haverstick in the dirt. Counts 1-1 on the Pilots' 3rd baseman. Kyle Richards waits on deck. Arcuri and Patron keeping Finley honest over there at second base. Here comes the 1-1. Breaking ball. Totally fooled Will Finley. Swings right through it, and the count is 1-2. There was some bullpen action out in right field. Let's see if Will Hellings goes back out there for the bottom of the 3rd inning. Ferretti kicks and comes home. The 1-2 pitch is popped up out of play. Count is 1-2. Generals Baseball is brought to you by T&L Performance, sports performance and personal training designed for you on Whitehead Road in Newtown. Here comes the 1-2 from Ferretti. Breaking ball swung on, popped up to left field. Lombardo racing over. It's going to be foul. He makes the play. It's just in front of the wall out there in the left field line. And Lombardo not able to make the play. T&L Performance section on Whitehead Road in Newtown. Hamilton. So another foul ball for Will Finley, and it's still 1-2. Fouled off about three or four. Ferretic kicks and comes home. Another 1-2 is a breaking ball inside. Count is now 2-2.
Finley really battling in this at bat, making Ferretic work.
Ferretic getting frustrated with Dinicola as he swings at the pitch, hits it out to left field, and that'll be foul again. Lombardo can't get to it. Lombardo does not have the same speed that Greg Delgado had in the first game.
Finley really fought that pitch off, almost threw his bat at the ball.
It's great at bat by him.
Ball was hit into almost no man's land there, where none of the three corner players on that side of the field could make a play.
Some MLB scores. Red Sox lead the Yankees 6-0 in the top of the fifth. Phillies lead the Mets 4-0 in the bottom of the fourth. A 2-2 from Ferretic. Breaking ball swung on, grounded, foul again. Down up the third base line. Finley, this has got to be 8-9 pitches for Finley.
He's really battling in there right now.
And
making Ferretic throw a lot of pitches.
Just waiting for him to make a mistake here. Ferretic shakes off the sign from Haverstick. Comes set. Another 2-2. Breaking ball swung on, grounded to third base. McNelly scoops it up, checks on the runner at second, throws off to first, and that's the second out of the inning. Great at bat by Will Finley, but unable to do anything productive. Dinicola stayed put at second, and that'll bring up Kyle Richards, who had an RBI single his last time up.
And Ferretic is very confident in his curveball right now. If the Pilots start to sit on that curveball, he may have some problems, but he's throwing it for strikes right now.
Ferretic's first pitch to Richards is swung on and fouled away off his hands. 0-1 on the count.
And when he throws that fastball like he's throwing it, it looks a lot faster after seeing a heavy diet of breaking balls.
You got it. That's what helps you in this league. You don't have to. He doesn't throw 100. Ferretic's not gonna. Ferretic can throw pretty hard, but he's not gonna blow the ball by you every time. And it helps if you can mix speeds very well. Here comes the 0-1. Swung on and missed. High fastball. Richards unable to lay off and quickly down in the count 0-2.
Just reading his lips right there, it looks like he was expecting a breaking ball and was not expecting that fastball. I almost would throw another fastball here because he's going to look for that breaking ball.
Caldwell Sr. hit .299 this year for the Cougars with 20 RBIs, 19 runs scored. The 0-2. Swung on and hit down the right field line. That's going to range out of play to the right side. So count stays 0-2. Richards able to stay alive. And the Pilots are running up Ferretic's pitch count here in the fourth. Foul ball through the hole. Rounding third, heading for home is Dinicola. Throw is off line, and Dinicola is going to score. So another RBI single for Dinicola.
And that's really a shame there because I think a good throw would have had him there. He came up throwing hard, and the runner wasn't halfway down the line yet. I get it.
So 4-3 in the top of the third. Robbie Holmes up to bat now. Richards on first, 2 outs. First pitch to Holmes is swung on and grounded down the first base line. Holmes had another RBI single back in the first. Taking off is Richards. This pitch is swung on and popped up on the infield. Arcuri calling for it, and he'll make the catch on the edge of the infield dirt. Richards was running even before Ferretic went into his motion, but that'll end the inning. 1 run on 2 hits. There were no errors. There was 1 man left. We go to the bottom of the third inning. Generals lead 4-3. We're here in the bottom of the third inning. New pitcher for the Pilots. It'll be Zach Oswald. Oswald is 1-0 with a 2.25 record. It's his third appearance of the year. 8 innings pitched, 9 strikeouts, 6 walks. And that'll mean Will Hellings' day is done. Gave up 4 runs on 5 hits. Didn't strike out a batter. And we'll see what Zach Oswald can do. Oswald will be a sophomore for George Washington University. Played for the Colonels. Native of Hoboken, New Jersey. The 6th-ranked left-handed pitcher in the Garden State in the class of 2020. Went to St. Peter's Prep. Made minimal appearances in college this season.
Pilots seem to have a heavy dose of lefties.
They do, because the Generals usually have a high dose of lefties. The Generals usually have a high dose of lefties, but they're using their right-handed lineup today. Their lefties are Patron, Repack, Smith, and Vaccaro, so pretty evenly spread out. So 3, 4, 5 due up. Arcuri, Vaccaro, and Maria. Arcuri stands in. He popped up to short last time. Hasn't done very much after homering in the first inning of Game 1. Generals Baseball is brought to you by Wildflowers, 2572 Pennington Road in Pennington, right on the circle. Great bar food, great pizza, great family environment. So here we are in the bottom of the third. Giuseppe Arcuri comes in, the second baseman, 0 for 1 on the day. Oswald set at the belt, pitching from the stretch despite nobody on. First pitch is swung on a high fastball and missed. Arcuri trying to drive that to the moon. And it's 0-1 to Juice. Here comes the 0-1. Swung on and fouled back. Quickly 0-2 on Arcuri. Arcuri pulling double duty today. Not many subs left for this game. A lot of players not here today. Chase Conklin got the day off. So Arcuri pulling double duty at second base. The 0-2 from Oswald. Swung on and grounded to shortstop. Picked up by Nadoro. Throws across in time to get Arcuri. So one down here in the bottom of the third. That'll bring up Pete Vaccaro, who single home a run in the first. Also stole the base. Vaccaro stands in. Lefty-lefty matchup as the infield shifts way over. And the first pitch is in there for a called strike. Finley way off the line at third base, playing at the shortstop position. And Nadoro almost playing up the middle, and Bobby Shepard all the way near first base. So the ACBL version of the overshift as the 0-1 pitch is outside for a ball, 1-1. The pitch. Swung on and fouled away to the left side. Vaccaro down in the count now, 1-2. Oswald, a 6'2", 205 left-hander. Went to St. Peter's Prep. The 1-2. Outside, just off the black, and the count even at 2. Here comes the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Ball gets away from Weiss. There goes Vaccaro for first, and the throw is not in time. So a drop third strike. Vaccaro able to reach base. And that's the third time that's happened to the Gens against the Pilots this season.
And that is something the pitcher does not want to see. Gets a strikeout, and for whatever reason, the catcher drops the ball, and the guy reaches base, and that is a killer. And let's see if the Gens can capitalize on yet another mistake by the Pilots today.
That's the first strikeout of the day by Pilots pitching. And that'll bring up Dylan Maria, and the first pitch to him is upstairs for a ball, 1-0. Zach Oswald needs to be careful with Dylan Maria. He does have home run power. Wind blowing in from center field, but I don't think that could stop Maria's pop. They'll pitch. in there for a called strike on the inside corner. 1-1 on Maria. Vaccaro taking his lead off first. Not sure if he's going to steal. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Dylan Maria down in the count. 1-2. One out. Runner on first base here in the bottom of the third. 4-3 Gens. 1-2 on Maria. Oswald kicks and comes home. Swung on and grounded foul down the third base line. Count stays the same. Dylan Maria stands back in. Oswald set. Another 1-2. Swung on, grounded. That is speared by the Doro. The throw across is going to be off the bag. DiNicola comes off, saves the play. So an infield single for Dylan Maria, and there's runners on first and second with one out here for Tim Haverstick.
That was a great effort on that play. He had the range far, far to his left. Made a great throw, but not quick enough to beat the runner down to first
Doro
base.
was playing double play depth, and because of that, he was up the middle, and that ground ball so far to the left just couldn't make a proper play. First pitch to Tim Haverstick is swung on, grounded, and that's through the hole between short and third. So everybody moves up one spot, and bases are juiced for Ben Patron, who already has a single in this game. He singled and scored his last time up.
That ball was hitting almost the exact same spot.
A little bit closer to third base, got past Finley over there. So Vaccaro at third, Maria at second, Haverstick at first.
Interesting to see what the Pilots do right now. Will they stay at double play depth and hope to get an out and trade the run?
Infield's in.
Corners are in.
Finley way off the line at third. DiNicola not holding Haverstick on at first. The pitch to Patron is on the outside corner for a strike 0-1. General's getting a lot more base runners in this game, already with 7 hits, and we're only with 1 gone here in the third. Here comes the 0-1 from Oswald. Outside off the plate, almost in the same spot. 1-1 to Patron. Oswald set at the belt. The pitch. Swung on and fouled at the plate. And Ben Patron down in the count, 1-2. Mark McNelly on deck. He singled and scored his first time up. Patron heading to Lafayette next year. This could be the money play of the game if Patron's able to get on. He kicks and deals. The pitch is in the dirt. Gets away from Weiss, but nobody advances as it goes up the third base line. So count even at 2. This is the biggest at bat of the game. 2-2 the count. 4-3 Gens. Bottom third. 1 out. Oswald comes home. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. Patron goes down on strikes. Second strikeout of the inning. And there's 2 away now in the third. That'll bring up Mark McNelly.
That was a big pitch right there. He really needed to get an out. Ball not put in play. Nobody can advance.
This could be huge. Bases loaded, 1 out. Usually you score, but let's see if the Gens can take advantage. McNelly stands in. The first pitch to him is on the inside corner for a strike. Home plate umpire has been calling that all day long. Generals and Pilots alike are going to have to swing at that pitch. Finley way back at third. The 0-1. Blocked by Weiss in the dirt. 1-1 to McNelly. Bases loaded. Huge chance to tack on a run or 2. Oswald has the sign from Weiss. The 1-1. Swung on. Hit back up the middle. Gloved by Dodora. Big glove hand scooping, and he's going to be safe at second. That's going to be Haverstick beats the throw. That's an infield single. Vaccaro comes in to score. And now the Gens have a 5-3 lead. That'll be a base hit for McNelly.
And that was a great play by the shortstop there to prevent the ball from going into center field. Saved a run.
It did. It really did. It saved it kept Maria at third. So station to station, Gens keep moving on up. Maria at third, Haverstick at second, McNelly over there at first. Lombardo, single home run his last time up, also stole the base. The pitch. Inside, almost runs in and hits him in the face. 1-0 to the left fielder. Lombardo trying to get back to the top of the order. Runner's not being held on. The 1-0 from Oswald. And just low, just missed low in the dirt. And 2-0 on Lombardo. Lombardo, the second-ranked outfielder in the class of 2020, will play for Marist. He'll be a sophomore at Marist in the fall, native of Flemington, New Jersey.
It's a good place for him to get some redemption for the misplay in the last inning.
A long look in by Oswald. He said he comes home, and the 2-0 is in there for a called strike, 2-1. Oswald ready. Comes home. The 2-1. Called strike on the outside corner. And count knotted up at 2.
The players continue to shake their heads on that outside pitch, but it's been there all day long for both teams.
Some bullpen action out in left field. Reddick may be done. Here comes the payoff pitch. Swung on, ground up the middle, grabbed by Oswald. Runs it to first base himself. That'll be your unconventional 1U, and that'll end the inning. 1 run on 3 hits. There were no errors. There were 3 left. We go to the bottom. We go to the 4th inning. Generals lead 5-3. We're back here in the 4th inning. Top of the 4th here. Bobby Shepard, Kevin Johnson, and Justin Weiss. Bottom third of the order will face Ferretic. New left fielder for the Generals. It's going to be Caden Shapiro out there. First pitch from Ferretic is swung and a miss. Breaking ball. Count is 0-1. Shapiro for the moment is going to be hitting for Lombardo as the 0-1 pitch is a breaking ball down and away, 1-1. Shepard struck out swinging his last time up. Into the windup. The 1-1 pitch is upstairs, swing and a miss. Shepard can't lay off the high fastball. These Pilots team has had a lot of trouble with the curveball and the high fastball from Ferretic. Here he comes with the 1-2. Swung on, grounded to third base. Picked up by McNelly. Throws across in time for the first out of the inning. One away here in the fourth.
One defensive change for the Generals now in left field, batting in the ninth spot in the order, number 19, Paul Cook.
Correction, that is not Caden Shapiro out there in left. That's going to be Paul Cook.
21, right field,
Paul Cook's out in left.
Johnson.
The pitch in there called strike, 0-1. Johnson flew out to right his first time up. The pitch swung on and fouled back the screen. Quickly 0-2 to Johnson. To Johnson is swung on, a breaking ball into left field. That'll drop in front of Paul Cook out there in left. And there's a runner on now. One out single for and then Justin Weiss is now batting.
Again, that was a good piece of hitting right there. He waited on that curveball for it to drop in, and he lined it to left field.
Ferretic may be on borrowed time. We'll see what Coach Heffley does, as there's a lefty warming up there in the bullpen. Can't quite make out the number. Ferretic steps off, gives Johnson a scare. Count is still on first pitch, waiting for Weiss. There goes Johnson. The pitch is taken for a strike. The throw is not in time. Giuseppe Garcuri can't exactly glove it, and Johnson has the base stolen. Pitch was a strike, 0-1 on Weiss. That might be... Only 3 lefties out there. It's not going to be Devin Sweeney. It might be Connor Takis or Frank Delgarcio. The 1-1 is bounced in the dirt, blocked by Haverstick. Count even, 1-1.
Pirates coming out aggressive in this inning. Stealing second base on that. It was a good strong throw, but he had a great jump to beat it.
Ferretic set. Checks on Johnson at second. Comes home with the 1-1. Upstairs for a fastball. 2-1 on Weiss, who popped up to second base in the second inning. The 2-1 swung on and popped up. Ranging over is Maria. Going to the foul line. Maria jumps, and it's just a few inches out of the reach of his glove over there on the first base side. And the count moves to 2-2 on Justin Weiss.
Yeah, great effort by Maria to go and leap into the fence out there. Missed by a foot or so.
Justin Weiss, the former first-team All-County player for the Summit Hilltoppers. Only hit .220 in high school with 21 RBIs and 23 walks. 5'8" catcher stands in. No batting gloves. The 2-2 to Weiss. In there, just off the black. Haverstick thought he had it. And the count is now full on Justin Weiss.
Tough pitch to take in that situation. Catcher tried to frame it, but to no avail.
The 3-2. Swung on, sent out to center field. Coming in on it is Repack. He's under it. He makes the catch. Runners cannot advance. Johnson cannot go to third. So 2 outs. And we'll go back to the top of the order with Ryan Shepard, who's grounded to short and grounded to first, or pitcher. Generals Baseball is brought to you by Slocum's Bar and Grill on 1675 Pennington Road in Ewing. First pitch to Ryan Shepard is in there at the knees for a called strike, framed well by Tim Haverstick. Pilots trying to get a run, move within a run of the Generals. The 0-1. Breaking ball swung on and grounded to short, grounded to second base. Arcuri up with it, on to first, in time to get Ryan Shepard, and that'll end the inning. No runs on a hit. There were no errors. There was one man left. We go to the bottom of the fourth inning. Generals lead 5-3. We're here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Generals lead the Pilots 5-3 here in the bottom of the fourth. So Generals scored a run in the first after the Pilots scored 2 in their half, and then scored 3 in the second and 1 in the third, leaving the bases loaded in the third inning. And we're back at the top of the order with Lorenzo Repack, who walked and scored his first time up, and singled and got picked off after driving in a run. So Repack 1 for 1 today, standing in against Zach Oswald. Devin Sweeney warming up in the pen for the Gens, maybe making his first appearance of the season. First pitch to Repack is in there at the knees for a called strike 0-1. Here comes the 0-1. Breaking ball as Repack squares around, as pulls back for a ball 1-1. Will Finley way in on the grass. Here comes the 1-1 from Oswald. In there, called strike at the knees, and Lorenzo Repack down in the count 1-2. See if the Gens could do anything with the top of the order today. Repack, a graduate of Northern Burlington. Here comes the 1-2. Breaking ball swung on and missed. Repack goes down swinging. That's the third strikeout of the game for Zach Oswald, and there's one out here in the fourth. And it'll bring up Matt Smith, who grounded to short and also has an RBI on a sac fly. First pitch to him is upstairs for a ball, 1-0. Matt Smith heading to Bryant after transferring from Mercer County as he takes the 1-0 pitch upstairs. 2-0 on Smith, hitters count. Arcuri waiting on deck. Here comes the 2-0. Swung on, ripped into center field. That's going to get down. Shepard picks it up. And Matt Smith with a 1-out single, trying to get something going for the Generals here in this fourth inning. So a run on the board for Giuseppe Arcuri, who's popped out to short and grounded short today. But he's done very well on the defensive end, but hasn't done much since his home run.
Now let's see if we get the running going again this
Smith
inning.
definitely has speed. See if Arcuri can poke one into right field. Smith being held on at first. The pitch. Swung on, driven deep to left field. Very high, but very, very foul. Arcuri absolutely unloaded on that pitch from Oswald, but it was very, very foul. It was very early as Devin Sweeney walks back in from the pen. Repac's day is, or Lombardo's day is done. The 0-1, breaking ball upstairs. Oswald did not quite get the grip on that one. And it's 1-1 on Arcuri. The 1-1 in the dirt. Taking off and running is Matt Smith. He's going to be safe. A delayed steal for Matt Smith. And that was a great idea by the right fielder.
Great creativity from the Generals dugout right there. I don't know whether he was running on his own or he saw something, but great idea to get a runner in scoring position.
To my count, that's the 5th stolen base of the game for the Gens. So Smith at second. The 2-1 pitch is upstairs, 3-1 to Arcuri. So Arcuri would get the green light here, trying to drive in an insurance run. A big hole in between first and second if he can go the other way. The 3-1 upstairs, ball 4, Arcuri draws a walk. And that'll put runners on first and second with 1 out here for Pete Vaccaro, who reached on a drop third strike. Also had an RBI single in today's game. He scored. He scored once today. Vaccaro hitting from the right side, the left side. Oswald steps off, checks on Smith at second. Trying to keep him honest over there.
Smith was dancing all over the place back there, and he had no choice but to step off there and then make him go back.
Smith with a big lead. Vaccaro with a hole in his pants. First pitch to him is swung on, hit to center field, and that'll be caught by Ryan Shepard. Vaccaro got some good wood on it, but hit it right at Ryan Shepard. So 2 outs now, and that'll bring up Dylan Maria, who singled his last time up. So F8 on the putout. And Maria's a single today. He's also flown out to center. Let's see what he can do with 2 on and 2 out. Arcuri not being held on at first. Nadoro and Shepard keeping Matt Smith close. The pitch in the dirt outside. And 1-0 now on Maria. Maria, a graduate of Highland Regional High School. Here comes the 1-0. Outside for a ball, 2-0 on Maria. Also a pitcher. Was first team All-South Jersey as a senior in high school back in 2019. Was the 7th ranked outfielder in the Garden State back in 2019. Matt Smith takes off, double steal, throw down to second, and Arcuri's going to be safe. So double steal, that's the 6th and 7th stolen bases for the Generals today. And that's huge.
Interesting that he threw behind the runner, didn't try to get the runner at third base.
He wasn't going to get Smith. Smith had too big of a jump. And now Dylan Maria has 2 runners in scoring position. All he's got to do is knock in a single. That's 2 runs right there.
Do you give him a green light here, 3-0?
Pitch is taking all the way as Maria. It's in there for a called strike. 3-1 now. A huge hole between first and second. All Maria has to do is poke. Just poke one right over there.
Maria should be looking for his pitch here, something he can
Here
drive.
comes the 3-1. Outside, gets away from Weiss. Maria draws a walk. Smith did not advance. So base is juiced for Tim Haverstick, who has singled and grounded to second today.
Number 26, catcher Tim Haverstick.
One for 2, Haverstick is from the catching position. Up the middle are the middle infielders. First pitch to Haverstick is swung on, grounded. Ricochets off Finley's glove. 2 runs are going to score. Arcuri's coming home. And the Generals lead 7-3. That'll be an infield single, his 2nd hit of the day for Haverstick. Both Smith and Arcuri are able to come in to score. Vaccaro moves up to second.
Haverstick was very, very fortunate there. He did not get a lot of wood on that ball, but he got it just out of the reach of the third baseman, who actually knocked it into harm's way and allowed the second run to score.
That hit by Haverstick could be the Northfield Bank money play of the game. Northfield Bank with nearly 40 locations in New Jersey and in Metro New York.
Real tough break for the Pilots pitcher on that one, because he thought he saw his way out of the inning, but just out of the reach of the third baseman.
So Haverstick at first, Maria at second, 7-3 Gens. First pitch to Ben Petrona, swung on and fouled back, 0-1. Only here in the bottom of the fourth of this 7-inning second game of the doubleheader. Patron stands back in. He's 1 for 2 on the day. A single with a stolen base, also struck out swinging. The 0-1 in the dirt, speared by Weiss, and now 1-1. Oswald set. The 1-1 swung on and fouled away to the right side. Patron now down in the count, 1-2. Oswald trying to get out of this inning. Already has given up 2 runs in the fourth. Maria at second. Haverstick at first. Patron waiting. Here comes the 1-2 from Oswald. Breaking ball upstairs. Oswald has not had great control of that today, and the count is now 2-2. Generals bats have come alive here in game 2. The payoff pitch. Swung on and hit right down the right field line over the head of Kyle Johnson, or Kevin Johnson down there, out of play. So count stays 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 2 runs home. Bottom of the fourth, 2 on. Maria and Haverstick take their leads. Oswald set at the belt. Here comes the 2-2 again. Breaking ball in the dirt. Patron able to lay off, and now the count is full.
Runners are going to be moving here with 2 outs.
Finley way off the line at third. The payoff pitch from Oswald. Swung on and fouled. Patron just got a piece of it, able to stay alive here in the fourth. Due up for the Pilots, they got 2-3-4, Nadoro, DiNicola, and Finley. Feels like forever since they've batted. Patron, the 7th batter of this inning. The payoff pitch. In there, called strike 3, and that'll end the inning. The damage is done, though. Jen scored 2 runs on 3 hits. We go to the 5th inning. Generals lead 7-3. Devin Sweeney coming out here in the 5th to make his season debut. He was injured most of his freshman season at Delaware. Put his name in the transfer portal, and he'll come on to face Matt Nadoro. And his first pitch is in there for a called strike. And you gotta wonder, this is Sweeney's first time on the mound in a while. Let's see if he has any rust. Here comes the 0-1. Swinging a foul ball back. Devin Sweeney trying to mirror Craig Kimbrell as he looks in for the signs. So Nadoro, DiNicola, and Finley now up. Devin Sweeney, wait for the Pennsbury Falcons, a business major at Delaware, was the 12th ranked left-handed pitcher in Penn State, played for the Young Guns, and he was an 11-year-old state championship as the 0-2 pitch is a breaking ball outside for a ball, 1-0, 1-2. 11-year-old state championship from Morrisville. The 1-2 from Sweeney. Swung on and hit to right center field. Coming on is Smith. He'll make the catch. And there's one down in the 5th. Generals Baseball is brought to you by Captain Paul's Firehouse Dogs, 2230 Princeton Pike in Lawrenceville. The MVP of today's game will receive a gift certificate to Captain Paul's Firehouse Dogs for a free hot dog. Here comes DiNicola, who has struck out and singled today. Here comes home. Pitch is swung on, popped up. First pitch swinging. Calling is Ben Patron out and left. He makes the catch. So 2 quick outs for Devin Sweeney here in the top of the 5th. And then I'll bring up Will Finley, who has singled and scored today. He's also grounded to third.
That's good for Devin right now, coming off a long series of injuries. First time on a mound in a while.
The first pitch to Finley is in there for a called strike at the knees, 0-1. Sweeney kicks in the 0-1. Breaking ball gets past Haverstick inside on Finley. Count is 1-1 on the third baseman. Reddick's day is done. With 4 innings, gave up 3 runs on 7 hits, scattered 7 over 4. The pitch swung on, grounded up the middle. That'll get through. That'll be a base hit. He's second of the day for Finley. So there's a 2-out single for Will Finley. That'll bring on Kyle Richards. This will be a pinch hitter for the Pilots. It'll be number 9. There is no number 9. Oh, it'll be Joe Skapinitz. He'll be hitting for Kyle Richards. Here comes first pitch to Skapinitz. It's on the outside corner for a strike. 0-1. Sweeney kicks and deals the 0-1. Breaking ball swung on and grounded foul. And counts now 0-2. Skapinitz, a native of Far Hills, New Jersey, went to Gill St. Bernard's High School. 6'5", 230-pounder, usually a right-handed hitter. Plays for, will be at Lafayette in the fall. Be a freshman there. 3-year varsity player at Gill St. Bernard's. Sweeney's got him down 0-2. Has the sign from Haverstick. Here comes the pitch. Swung on and missed. Scapatini goes down on strikes, and that'll end the inning. No runs on a hit, no errors, and 1 man left. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Gens leads 7-3. What the hell? Generals Baseball is brought to you by Slocum's Bar and Grill on 1675 Pennington Road in Ewing. New pitcher for the Pilots as we head into the bottom of the 5th inning. It'll be Ethan O'Connor. He'll replace Zach Oswald, who went 2 innings, gave up 2 runs. They gave up 3 runs on 6 hits, struck out 4. And that'll bring up Ethan O'Connor will be the pitcher. Pitched the other night, couldn't really throw any strikes against the Gens as the first pitch to McNelly is outside for a ball 1-0. McNelly today has singled twice and scored a run. The pitch bounces in there. 2-0 on McNelly, which see if O'Connor can find the zone in this game. We'd rather not see a bunch of walks as we close this game out. The 2-0. Swung on, grounded to shortstop. Handcuffs the door a little bit, throws on to first, and gets to first out. 6-3 on the putout, and McNelly is retired, and that'll bring up Paul Cook, who led off last game, played center field, struck out 3 times, twice looking, once swinging. Lombardo's day is done. Singled and scored with a stolen base. He also grounded out to the pitcher. The pitch to Cook. Swung on, hit to right field. First pitch swinging, but that's Kevin Johnson under it. And 2 quick outs for the Generals, and that'll go back to the top of the order. Lorenzo Repack coming up for his 4th AB. So Repack today is 1 for 2. He's walked, struck out, and singled. He's also scored a run and stolen a base. So 7-3 Gens here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Repack expected to bunt as Will Finley is way in on the grass. The pitch. Swung on, hit to right field. Going back a little bit is Johnson. He makes the catch. And 1-2-3 go the Gens. 7-3, we head to the 6th. Gens up. And we're here in the 6th inning. New pitcher, Devin Sweeney, only goes 1 inning. It'll be Connor McNeil. He'll be facing the 6, 7, 8 hitters in Holmes, Shepard, and Johnson. So 7-3. Let's go back and see how the Gens got where they are. So Pilots scored 2 runs in the top of the 1st as Matt Naduro singled, Will Finley singled, 3 straight hits. Kevin Richards singled him home, and Robbie Holmes singled in Finley. So it was 2 runs at the top of the 1st. Bottom of the 1st, Repack walked, and then he stole a base, and then Pete Vaccaro singled him home, 2-1. In the 2nd inning, Gens scored 3 runs on 3 straight hits by Patron, McNelly, and Lombardo. So Lombardo had an RBI single, 2 RBI single, and Matt Smith had a sac fly. So, and then in the 3rd inning, Vinny Dinicola singled, and then Kyle Richards singled him home to give for a 4-3 score, and the Gens scored in the 3rd, twice in the 4th, and now it's 7-3. First pitch from McNeil is in there for a called strike to Robbie Holmes. McNeil set. The tall, lanky right-hander comes home. The pitch is swung on, grounded up the middle. Patron grabs it onto first base, and it's high. Maria able to off the bag. Maria jumped up. I guess his toe was not on the base, and that's going to be an E6 on Ben Patron. The first error of the game, of both games for the Gens, and Robbie Holmes will be safely on first. So, Bobby Shepard coming up now. He grounded to 3rd and struck out today. We're going in the home stretch of this game. Gens up 7-3.
It was a bang-bang play at first base. I thought he might have held the bag there, but he didn't argue, so.
So did I. I thought he did. But, yeah, if you don't argue, then you're fine. It's the first pitch to Bobby Shepard is a called strike right down the middle from McNeil. McNeil, a graduate of Haddonfield, plays for the Orange Coast College Pirates out in California. Maria holding Holmes on at first. The 0-1 pitch is low. Count is 1-1.
Pilots really need to start chipping away at this lead if they're going to have any kind of chance at all.
Arcurian Patron off the middle. Maria holding on Holmes. Here comes the 1-1. Swung on, hit into right center field. That's going to drop in for a single. So an error and a single to begin this inning as the throw from Smith goes over Patron's head, but McNelly backing him up. So back-to-back base runners, and that'll bring up Kevin Johnson, who is singled and flying out to right today.
Nice piece of hitting there. I always like to see when players take the ball the other way. It just knows that they have a real approach to the pitcher at that point.
Kevin Johnson hit .315 this year for the Scranton Royals, majoring in business administration. McNeil trying to get on the same page as Haverstick. Double play depth on the infield. McNelly way back at 3rd. Here comes the pitch. In the dirt. Gets away from Haverstick, and the runners will move up. Haverstick goes all the way back to the screen. So 2nd and 3rd on the wild pitch. And Johnson can make this a 7-5 ball game. One and 0 on Johnson. The pitch. Swung on, and that's a broken back ground ball to second base. Curry scoops it up as Holmes crosses the plate. So they traded the out for the run there. Now it's 7-4 Generals. That bat definitely is not going to be able to be used again, as Shepard trots over to 3rd base. So an RBI ground out for Kevin Johnson. That'll bring up Justin Weiss, who was popped up to 2nd and grounded out and flown out to center today.
The umpire just went out to talk to the pitcher. I'm not sure what he was saying. Did that ball hit off his hand?
Maybe. It might have. And Justin Weiss coming back up here. Has been quiet in the ACBL this summer. Infield back. The pitch. Swung on. That'll get the run home. A ground ball. Curry scoops it up onto first base in time. So Shepard comes home. It's a 7-5 ball game, but Weiss is retired, and we go back to the top of the order with Ryan Shepard. So back-to-back ground balls to second base. Back-to-back RBI ground balls to second base.
And just like that, we start to chip away at that lead, which is all they really need to do right now.
2 away for Ryan Shepard, who is 0 for 3 today. The pitch. In the dirt, ball 1. He's grounded to short, the pitcher, and 2nd today. The 1-0 from McNeil. Low for a ball. 2-0 now on Shepard. Repack shaded a little bit more toward right field out in center. McNeil kicks in the 2-0. Swung on and fouled. Out of play. 2-1 now on Ryan Shepard. Playing center field today in game 2. Two one from Shepard is a little chopper that's going to go out of play, and count even at 2. Due up in the bottom of the 6th is 2-3-4 for the Gens, Smith, Arcuri, and Vaccaro. 2-2, nobody on, 2 outs. Top of the 6th, 7-5 Gens. Ryan Shepard comes set. Comes the 2-2 from McNeil, is outside for a ball, 3-2 on Shepard. Shepard played for the Niners Baseball Club. Hit .343 with 18 RBIs and 11 stolen bases for Seton Hall Prep. Transferred from Montclair State. Payoff pitch from McNeil is low in the dirt, and Shepard will reach base on the walk. So that'll bring up Matt Nadoro, who's 1 for 3 today. Singled and scored a run. He's also flown out to left and flown out to right. Plays for Fairleigh Dickinson. No bullpen action for either team. It appears to make McNeil's game the rest of the way. The pitch is in there. Called strike on the outside corner, 0-1 to Nadoro. Outfield seems to be playing a little bit shallower, except for Smith, who's playing kind of deep. Maria holding on Shepard. The pitch from McNeil is swung on and missed, and the count is quickly 0-2 now on Nadoro. So 0-2, 2 outs. Bottom of the 6th. DeNicola waiting on deck. The 0-2 pitch is inside. 1-2 on Nadoro.
It's like he's going old school stirrups out there on the mound.
The 1-2. The outside. Count evened up at 2 on Nadoro. McNeil set again. Comes home. Breaking ball, check swing up the first base line. Maria gloves it in fair territory, takes it to the bag himself, and that'll end the inning. 2 runs on 1 hit. There were no errors. There was 1 man left. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Gens lead 7-5. Oh. We're back here in the bottom half of the 6th inning. Generals still lead 7-5. New pitcher for the Pilots will be Chris Sabo. Pitched the other night. Again, couldn't really throw strikes. We'll see what he can do in this game. Smith, Arcuri, and Vaccaro will be due up in the order. And Generals Baseball is presented by Toyota, Team Toyota of Princeton and Lawrenceville, and Team Toyota of Langhorne on 746 East Lincoln Highway. Toyota, let's go places. So the Pilots were able to get 2 runs in the top half of the inning. Let's see what Matt Smith can do. And the Gens maybe can get the runs back. Chris Sabo, graduate of Pope John High School, plays for the County College of Morris Titans. First pitch to him is way inside for a ball, 1-0 to Matt Smith. Matt Smith is 1 for 2 on the day, grounded out to short, sac fly in the second. He also singled and scored with 2 stolen bases in the 4th. Trying to start a rally in the 6th. The pitch in the dirt, 2-0 the count on Smith. Here comes the 2-0. Swing and a miss. Questionable swing by Matt Smith there. Not his pitch. He was way ahead of the count. See what he can do. Infield way back. The 2-1 pitch. Outside for a ball, count even at 2. The 3-1 is taken outside for a ball. Smith draws a walk. And he's on first base. And I'll bring up Giuseppe Arcuri, who has popped up to short, grounded to short, and walked and scored with a stolen base. First pitch to Arcuri is inside, gets away from Weiss. Matt Smith will move up on the pass ball. No bullpen action for the Gens, so it looks like it's going to be McNeil to close it out. The 1-0 from Sabo. Swing and a miss. High fastball. Arcuri unable to lay off. If I was opposing pitchers and I was facing Arcuri, I would give him nothing but high fastballs. He has not been able to lay off one the entire season. There goes Matt Smith as Giuseppe Arcuri hits a fly ball deep to left field. It's off the wall. Matt Smith unable to score as Arcuri digs into second base. I think Matt Smith thought it was going to be caught, but Arcuri hits a double, and it's second and third now with nobody out, and that brings up Pete Vaccaro, who has singled, struck out, reached base on the strikeout as a drop third strike. And he's also flied out to center.
Not quite sure what happened on that play. It looked like the ball was clearly over the left fielder's head, and Smith just did not pick up the ball and slid into third base.
Well, Smith was running on the play. I think he thought he was going to have to go back, and he tripped over third base. First pitch to Pete Vaccaro is in there on the outside corner for a called strike, 0-1. Infield is in, not wanting to give up any more runs. The 0-1 pitch. Swung on, hit down the right field line. That's going to drop in for a hit. 2 runs are going to score. Vaccaro heading into second base with a stand-up double. And the Gens lead now 9-5. Smith and Arcuri both score. And that was a great piece of hitting there by Vaccaro. He just nails it right down the right field line. Knows what he's doing with the infield. Then you have to try to hit it over their heads. And he gets the job done. And the Gens now have 12 hits today, after having only 4 in game 1. So 2 straight doubles, as the first pitch to Dylan Maria is a called strike on the outside corner. 0-1. Pitch to Maria is on the inside corner. We're back to that pitch again. And quickly 0-2 on Dylan Maria, who is 2 for 3 today with a fly out to center and 2 singles. The 0-2 pitch. Breaking ball outside, blocked by Weiss. And count is now 1-2 on Maria. Sabo set, comes home. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Maria goes down on strikes. That's the first out of the inning here in the 6th. First strikeout for Chris Sabo, as that'll bring up Tim Haverstick, who is 2 for 3 today, two singles, an RBI, and a ground out to second base. The pitch, swung on, hit down the right field line. That ball hook slicing foul, stayed in play. Haverstick really wanted that though. So instead of a double on the line, it's going to be a long strike. Vaccaro at second, 1 out. 2 runs already in. Vaccaro's breaking for third. The pitch is upstairs. Weiss didn't even give him a look. That'll be a stolen base for Vaccaro. And his second of the game there. I think the Gens. I'm gonna count how many the Gens have.
The Gens have been consistent all day long, running at will almost whenever they have the opportunity.
It's the 8th stolen base of the game. The pitch, swing and a miss.
I think it's been the catalyst from the beginning. When you're on the bases and you're moving around the bases, it throws the other team off, throws the pitcher off, gives your batters better pitches to hit.
Sabo set, comes home with the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Back-to-back strikeouts for Chris Sabo. And there are 2 outs here for Ben Patron, who is 1 for 3 on the day.
Haverstead visibly upset with himself there, slamming the bat down on the plate as he walked away.
Knew he swung in a couple of pitches that weren't quite in the zone. Now Patron up, runner on third, 2 outs. First pitch to him is in there for a strike.
That's when you want to give the doctor, Mike Coryell, a call, as he was working with some players between games and try to get their head back on straight with their hitting.
0-1 on Patron. Sabo's pitch is going to be inside. 1-1 on the shortstop. The 1-1 pitch. Breaking ball, that's going to be just upstairs. I think Sabo really wanted that one. Looked to be a strike, just a little bit up. And Patron able to lay off. The pitch, inside and high, 3-1 now on Patron. The 3-1 pitch to Patron is upstairs. That's a walk, and then I'll put runners on the corners with 2 men out for Mark McNelly, who is 2 for 3 on the day. Some baseball scores around the league. Yankees down against the Red Sox 7-2 in the 8th. First pitch to McNelly is low for a ball, 1-0. And the Phillies up on the Mets 4-0 in the top of the 8th. Well, 1-0 in the dirt, blocked by Weiss. Surprised that Patron wasn't going on the pitch.
Yeah, I was just thinking the same thing. They've been running all day long, first and third. Wouldn't put it past them to run at one last shot, get an extra run.
I mean, McNelly's been hot today. Maybe they don't want to take the bat out of his hands. Nicola holding on Patron at first. The 2-0 to McNelly. There goes Patron. Pitch is swung on into left field. That's going to be a single. As Vaccaro able to come home and score, it's now a 10-5 lead for the Gens. Third hit of the game for McNelly.
Number 19, left fielder, Paul Cook.
McNelly has 3 hits and 3 RBIs today.
Quite frankly, they weren't even watching
The 1-2
the runner at first.
is in there for first pitch to Paul Cook. Is in there for a called strike 0-1. Cook flew out his first time up, and he's the 9th batter of the inning. Or the 8th batter of the innings, excuse me. The pitch is upstairs. 1-1 the count to Paul Cook. Cook 0 for 4 on the day entirely. 0 for 1 in this game. Struck out 3 times in game 1. Sabo set. The 1-1. Swung on and fouled away. 1-2 now on Paul Cook. Back to back. So the 4th inning was really long. Took a while. 7 men came to the plate. Now the 8th man to bat in the 6th. This game is not moving as fast as game 1 was. The 1-2 from Sabo. Breaking ball in there, called strike 3. Cook goes down looking. Sabo strikes out the side, but the damage is even more done. 3 runs scored, 3 hits. There was 2 left. We go to the 7th inning. Last chance time for the Pilots. Gens lead 10-5. And 3 outs to go. And Vinny DiNicola will lead off against Connor McNeil, trying to get the last 3 outs today. 10-5 Gens. First pitch to DiNicola is inside for a ball, 1-0. McNeil set again. The 1-0 swung on and ripped down the third base line. DiNicola absolutely unloaded on that one.
Bat had a weird sound to it. Almost sounded like an aluminum bat.
1-1 now on DiNicola. The pitch. Breaking ball. Big swing and a miss from DiNicola. And quickly down in the count now, 1-2. If it was a foul tip, he grazed it with a hair or a little splinter on the edge of the bat. That ball was. Here comes the 1-2. Breaking ball. Swing and a miss. He's gone. That's the first strikeout for Connor McNeil, and the first out here in the inning.
McNeil had him really off balance with 2 straight breaking balls. Looks like he's gotten stronger as he's progressed in this game.
So Will Finley up to bat now. He's 2 for 3 with a run scored and a stolen base, singled twice, and a ground out to third. Infield playing very far back right here. First pitch to him is a ground ball to shortstop. Patron charging in, throws across, up high, but Maria able to. What happened? Maria made the tag. Finley tried to avoid him. He was successful in the first jump, but not able to beat Maria to the bag. So there's 2 outs here in the 7th inning, and the last hope is for Skapanitz.
That is one of the things I do not understand with the modern infielder. He had plenty of time, and he leapt when he threw the ball, and he threw it wild. I don't understand why he didn't just set his feet and throw to first base.
Skapanitz struck out his first time up as he takes the first pitch low for a ball, 1-0. He pinch hit for Richards back in the 5th. Last hope for the Pilots, the 1-0. Inside and low, 2-0 now on Skapanitz. McNeil. Here comes the 2-0. Outside, 3-0 now on Skapanitz. Robbie Holmes waiting on deck. He is 1 for 3 today, reached on a single and an error. Scored when that error happened. And also popped up the second. The 3-0 to Skapanitz. He's swinging and missed. 3-1. I don't know why you would swing on a 3-0 pitch when you're down by 5 runs in your last at bat. The 3-1. Inside it hits Skapanitz, so he's on board. So a 2-out base runner for Robbie Holmes. That'll bring up Robbie Holmes again. Last hope again for the Pilots as Skapanitz takes the lead off first. The first pitch, it hits Holmes. So there's 2 runners on, back-to-back hit by pitches. Both dugouts are warned now. I'm sure McNeil wasn't trying to hit him. So Holmes on first, Skapanitz at second, and that'll bring up Bobby Shepard, who is 1 for 3 today. He struck out, grounded to third, and singled and scored.
Pitcher and catcher just had a discussion right there, trying to settle him down. The game's still well in hand. He's got to go back to what he was doing well and close this game out for the Generals.
Yeah, because Bobby Shepard is not going to hit a 5-run home run. You're not going to do that right here. And you got to pitch with a lead. You got 2 outs. Just get a ground ball, get the game over with. First pitch to Shepard is low for a ball, 1-0. So McNeil having some trouble here with his command. The 1-0 to Shepard. Swing and a miss. Good pitch from McNeil. Maybe found his groove again. 1-1.
Baseball is such a shift of momentum here and there. Pitcher can get messed up with just a little bit of a downfall.
The 1-1 from McNeil is low for a ball, 2-1 now on the second baseman.
No activity in the bullpen, so this is his game to finish.
He's got a 5-run lead. He should be able to get it done. He's got 5 runs to play with and 1 out to get. The 2-1. Swung on, grounded to second base. This could do it. Arcuri scoops it up, throws across, and that'll end the game. So a doubleheader split for the Gens today as they win game 2, 10-5. Final totals for this game: 10 runs on 13 hits with 1 error for the Gens, with 5 runs on 9 hits and 1 error for the Pilots. The winning pitcher is going to be Nick Ferretic, Losing pitcher will be losing pitcher is going to be Matt, or is Will Hellings. And the Gens bats really came alive today in this game, able to win this game, win the game 2 of the doubleheader here at Moody Park. Our next broadcast will be tomorrow at 5 with a doubleheader with the Gens face the New Brunswick Matrix. So one more time, the final score. The Generals win 10-5 over the Pilots. One more. Thanks for listening, and be sure to subscribe to Generals LLC on YouTube and follow us at Generals Baseball _LLC on Instagram and Twitter. Thanks for listening, and we hope to see you back here with us tomorrow night.